fans, once again, we bringing it back, man. Giant Interactions, episode 2. Got my main man in here. We wanted on the first one, but he was out of town. Mr. G Nation Inside Sports, Lou. You all know him as Lou. Go ahead, hit that subscribe and like button to his channel. Let's get him to 600 before the end of this week. We can do it, and we're going to do it. Shout out to Classified 3F with Joe. You know I'm Big Pat Sports Talk. Today, we got a special episode of the creative minds of me and Joe and Lou. And what if the New York Giants got John Harbaugh as their head coach? They got, let's say, Ortiz or Ryan Poles as the general manager. And Jim Harbaugh brought in his guys from his defense. With the number 5 pick, if we have to trade up to number 3 with the Houston Texans, because Joe reported that earlier that they're ready to trade that number 3 pick. We trade the number 5 pick and probably a second rounder next year to get to number 3 and draft Aiden Hutchinson. And then we get his running mate, Ojabo, at number 7. And then we turn around on top of that and add Christian Harris from Alabama if he somehow makes it to the second round. And we have a front 7 that looks like this next year with Leonard Williams, Ojulari, Dexter Lawrence, Blake Martinez comes back in on a restructured deal, Christian Harris, Aiden Hutchinson, and Ojabo.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I think that would be one of the sickest fronts in the league from the jump. Now, hold on, fan. I know you're saying, but Pat, you're crazy. We need to build an offensive line. I understand that.
Yes.
But what if we get some veteran free agents in free agency, and we still have 2/3, 2/5, a 4th, and a 6th? Let's say we use most of those picks on linemen. I think we could go forward with Jim Harbaugh front 7 coached.
Right.
With this front 7, I'm saying we'll be one of the most dominant in the league. I want to get you guys' opinion on this before we go any further. We'll start off with Joe, and then we'll go to Lou. But guys, give me your opinion on this front 7 here.
I got flashbacks, Pat. I got flashbacks of some of the great Giants defenses. Look, I mean, they could put this together and it could flop. They could put this together and it could be an elite defense. You know, Hutchinson has been getting nothing but rave reviews. Ojabo has just been that silent guy on the opposite side of the line. Jim Harbaugh already knows these guys. Okay, you've got Dexter, you've got Leo. They're the veterans of this, the defensive line. Martinez is that leader. You know, maybe Martinez comes back on he restructures it after that ACL. Maybe a little bit of a prove it, you know, type first year, second year, third year. Then that's when that contract kicks in. Jim Harbaugh knows how to get talent out of the front 7 on the defense, and he knows how to develop a quarterback. You look at McNamara there at Michigan right now. You know, he didn't have to do a lot. They relied on the running game. What, you know, cold weather football, we know that running games work. We know in bad weather football, you got to have a running game. Jim Harbaugh already has these offensive linemen scouted. He's been in college for 5 years. He knows who's who. He knows who's going to be that 3rd, 4th, 5th round talent. What scouting does Harbaugh have to do? You know, he had to have a game plan against Georgia. He had to be looking at Alabama. You know, Michigan had a damn good year. Look what they did to Ohio State, that high-powered offense Ohio State has. They tore that team up. This man knows how to build a program. He did it at Stanford. And now, then he went to San Francisco. And for San Francisco, they dropped him because he wasn't winning. But when he left San Francisco, 7 players retired. He went to Michigan. He stayed there for 5 years, did what he was hired to do. Now fans are saying, well, the Bears are the news for for Jim Harbaugh, or the Raiders. Well, the Raiders just fired Mike Mayock, so they're behind schedule when it comes looking for a GM. Does a coach really want to get hired before the GM? I mean, the Raiders are a team that might do it that way. They might just throw Harbaugh a bag, but is that going to work out? Is that something Harbaugh is going to want to go to? You know, when it comes to the Bears, okay, it's a good market. They're a historic franchise, but you have to play Green Bay all the time. You know, yeah, the Lions are up and coming. You got the Vikings in there. All right, they're looking for a new head coach. But if he comes to New York, he's got the NFC least right now. He's got the biggest market with the Giants. He's got, I mean, if you're going to do a coaching carousel from Stanford to San Francisco to Michigan, it makes sense he'd come to New York, because there's already stuff out there from sources, reliable sources. If the New York Giants call Jim Harbaugh, he's going to come for an interview. He'd be interested in taking this job. He already worked with Hutchinson. He's already worked with Ojabo. He knows exactly what they are. He's going to know how to use these guys from day one. He doesn't have to worry about rookie mini camp. He already knows these guys. He knows Ojulari. He knows them from Georgia. He watches all these guys, not to mention all the guys he's tried to recruit to come to Michigan. He's got all that tape too. This is like the perfect storm. He's going to know the value linemen in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. He's going to get his stud players from Michigan. It's man, I tell you, I get fired up with this, Lou. I'm going to keep talking. What do you think?
Well, it just came out that the Raiders just contacted the Cincinnati Bengals to interview Trey Brown for their vacant GM spot. So it doesn't look like the Raiders are going to be in the head coach running right now when they're just starting to name and reach out to people for their GM search. So it is a possibility, a big what if the New York Giants got Jim Harbaugh. And if he did bring in an Ojabo and a Hutchinson with that 5th and 7th pick, or move up, or whatever the case may be. Now you put them guys next to Roche, Dexter Lawrence, and Leonard Williams, and Ojulari. We might have a historically bad defense again.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Because historically, the Giants have been their best when we've had a scary defense. And if you were to get rid of Bradbury and some of the guys that we're going to be getting rid of this offseason, and shuffle some contracts around and put Blake Martinez on an incentivized deal, you could be looking at a monstrous defense. You could be looking at a team that turns it right back around and is headed for a championship run. So, I mean, never say never. And I am sober, by the way. It could happen. And if it does.
I'm sober. I'm not. Oh, my God. I am like in fantasy world right now. I'm in La La Land, Lou. I'm sorry.
Just imagine if we were able to put a front 7 out there like this. You got Ojulari at one edge. You got Ojabo at one edge. You got Leo Williams and Hutchinson at both ends. Sexy Dexy at the nose tackle. Blake Martinez. And say if they get Christian Harris, I got Christian Harris up there, but if Nakobe Dean falls to the 2nd round, one of those guys falls to the 2nd round. I truly believe one of those guys will fall to the 2nd round. Do you know how crazy that front 7 is? Leo is good against the run. Dexter Lawrence is good against the run. Hutchinson is good against the run. Ojabo is good against the run. Harris and Martinez are good against the run. Guess what? Leo can pass rush. Hutchinson, you know, can pass rush. Ojabo, you know, can pass rush. Ojolari just came off a 10-sack season. Christian Harris flies all over the field. You saw him in the Alabama-Cincinnati game. You saw him. You saw him in the Georgia game. Those guys were flying around.
Right. Right.
Do you know how much this front seven just helps out a decent secondary? And we already got McKinney back there. We got Adoree Jackson back there. Yeah, we'll lose Bradbury, but Aaron Robinson, I believe, can handle that second corner job. We got Darnay Holmes in the slot. Who knows? Logan Ryan might look a little faster because he doesn't have to do so much work now.
Right.
With a defense like this, I think this defense is championship ready made within a year or two. And then you got Jim Harbaugh coaching them. He already knows Ojabo and Aiden Hutchinson. He knows what Christian Harris can do. He knows what Ojolari can do. Blake Martinez is one of his type of linebackers. He is. He fits the mold that what Harbaugh likes. Leonard Williams fits the mold of what he likes. Dexter Lawrence, we got to get him ready to play some nose tackle. But with all those people around you, who are you going to double team on this team? Who are you going to double team?
Who's coming?
Right. Who are you going to double team on this team?
And this is very feasible if we get 3 free agent offensive linemen. This might happen. If Harbaugh's here.
If Harbaugh, yeah, this is only a what if. If Harbaugh is here, I think he goes after his 2 boys that from Michigan. I really do. I think he goes right after those guys, and he brings his guys in, and he fixes this defense immaculately in his first year.
When he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, Pat, how good was that 49ers defense when he played his brother?
That front seven was ridiculous.
Makes sense. This makes sense. That way. There we go. That makes sense with Harbaugh.
Absolutely ridiculous. And I think that front seven is absolutely monstrous, especially when those 3 rookies gets a year of experience under them, because the game is going to slow down for – those are blue-chip prospects. So the game is going to slow down for them by halfway through the season. And once they hit their groove, man, who going to stop them? Who going to stop them from getting back there to the quarterback? It's going to get to the point where we don't even have to blitz to get back there to you.
Right.
Because that front four alone, who you double teaming? You can't double team Hutchinson. You can't double team Ojabo and Leonard Williams at the same time. You can't do it.
No.
And Lou, I mean, just give us a what do you think a preview of a defense like this would do to other teams in the NFC East? Because let's be real, NFC East doesn't have great quarterbacks in our division. We don't.
Doesn't matter if you have a great quarterback or not. When you have a defense that can make a quarterback shit himself.
Oh my God! Perfect, beautiful.
We proved that against the so-called GOAT in 2 Super Bowls, that you can have the best quarterback back there, and if you got monsters coming at him as soon as he says hike, and he gets befuddled and discombobulated and nervous, and he sees a lot of grass and shoulder pads, and he throws a lot of air and throws. So that's what teams in the NFC East and the NFL can expect when they presented with a defense like this.
I do have a question for you guys. I just thought of this. If this happens right here, do we have a better defense than the Washington football team?
Yes.
Is a frog's asshole waterproof?
I'm just saying for the fans out there. Look, look, out of everything we've ever talked about, this has me the most excited. If this comes to fruition, I'm gonna go nuts the minute we sign Harbaugh, because I'm gonna have this in my mind right here. Right here. And I get it that there's some
especially if Ortiz is the general manager.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Well, look, man. Look, I get it. We did O-lineman. There's stud O linemen in this draft. I get it that everybody is now going to come at us and say, but what about the O line? What about the O line?
Well,
look, if we build a defense like that,
if you don't get Linderbaum and Aquanu, or you don't get Neal
Green
and Zion Johnson in the first 5 and 7, right? People are gonna say, "Oh, they didn't fix the O line," but in the 3rd round, you can get Zion Nelson, Thayer Munford. You know, you can possibly get these guys. Zion Nelson. What was the other guy? I was just looking at him the other day. You can still get this draft class is filled with offensive linemen and edge rushers. So you can still get a very good offensive lineman in the 3rd round. Because when you build a defense like that, you don't have to have a great O-line. If you can keep the other team from scoring more than 10 points, all you got to do is score 21, 15, 14.
Right. Right.
That's the whole point. We're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. This was just a quick Giant interaction, just a thought that came to our head. A major what if Jim Harbaugh did come to the New York Giants and we had an Ortiz or Ryan Poles or whoever at general manager, and Jim Harbaugh brought this to the table. There's no way I tell him no on this. That front 7 right there is absolutely scary.
And young.
Right. Every last one of them are still young.
8 to 10 years of hard-hitting defense.
This could be a dynasty defense.
The oldest one is Blake Martinez, and he's what, 27?
Yeah. Because the cap's going up to $300 million here in about 5 years when these guys' contracts are coming up. And it's not going to be that hard to re-sign them.
But man, Jim Harbaugh, hey, look, I want offensive linemen as bad as the next guy. But if this man actually comes here, right, if this man comes here and he can bring in Hutchinson and Ojabo, I'm with it. I'm with it. Because that front 7 there, where are you running the ball? Where are you running the ball? Leo commands a double team on run plays. Dex almost commands a double team on run plays. Hutchinson is going to command a double team on run plays. Ojabo plays the run and holds the edge very well. Ojulari learned how to hold the edge very well towards the end of the season.
Yes.
Where are you running the ball on these guys? So when you're constantly in 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, and we can get to you with our front 4, look out.
Who let the dogs out? Oof, right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys want dogs? These are dogs right here, man. I'm telling you. This would be freaking dogs.
So
you want ballers?
I'm telling you guys. You heard it here first. G Nation Classified, 3F with Joe, and Big Pat Sports Talk. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button to all the channels. Will be in the description. We're going to get G Nation to 600 subscribers. We're going to get Joe. We're all going to be at 1,000 subscribers soon. You watch with your support. But I'm telling you, you may think we're a little crazy on this subject, but I just want you to think about it.
Yep.
Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, 2 premium blue chip edge rushers. Christian Harris, a blue chip middle linebacker. We already know what Blake Martinez can do. Leonard Williams, an absolute dog. Ojulari coming off the season with 10 sacks, and we all love Dex. This is a front 7 that's going to get what I've been saying the Buffalo Bills, the defensive line, been having.
Yep.
This front 7 has get his ass. And what I mean by that, this is what you say when you look at the screen, you see it, seeing them playing, you're yelling at the screen, get his ass.
Right.
And that's what this front 7 will do. Point blank. And then you're coached by that man right there in the middle who knows how to create defenses.
Yep.
This is ridiculous, folks. But any last words from the panel?
Hope.
Subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button and holler back.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Giant Interactions, episode 2. What if Jim Harbaugh comes and he brings his dogs from Michigan and mix it with these dogs that we already have here in New York? What if?
Right.
One hell of a thought. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe. This has been Big Pat Sports Talk. Nation Classified 3F with Joe. No secrets here. And we super high.